Hello there, Coach Reza. My name is Owen Beatty, student number 101379668, and this will be my final presentation for our COMP3122 class. So, as always, I'll just jump right in. Right at the top, I have my student information, and then all of my import statements, and then based on the task list down here, I jump right into step 1, which we will be reading the CSV, and then I just printed the head to make sure that we see the information is here, and it worked flawlessly. In step 2, we will collect the correct columns. It requests age, education number, which is the amount of years that the person in each column, like how long they spent in school. Sorry. Then their sex, their hours the hours that they work per week, and their native country and income. So as you can see, we've pulled all of that information, and then I printed out the first 15 rows because this is the first instance of a null value at line 14. So I wanted to just show you how I work with that in a moment. So then in line 3, we will be finding the null values, how many there are. I also printed out the shape, which will come into play later since we have 32,000 different columns. That poses an issue later. I've deleted, as a part of this whole finding the numerical columns and mapping them to numeric values, I found that the safest thing to do was turn the question marks, the null values, into NaN values and then delete based on that. So as you can see when we print later on, actually if I just print here, if I just drop a print here up to line 15, we can see at this point the non-numeric value no longer exists. So let me just rerun all of the code again. And this is where we move into mapping all of the non-numeric values, which we find right here are the sex, native country, and income. Those are all objects due to the either binary male or female, the native country just being a string, and the income with all of its formatting here. So we map the male and female to 0 and 1. We also change the either sub or equal to $50,000 a year income, or the greater than 50,000 a year income to 0 and 1. Sorry about the background noise. Then we move on to editing the country data, which actually took much more time than just converting these two binaries. As requested here, we have created 4 different categories, either North America, Asia, South America, or Europe, and then mapped all of these different unique all of these different unique values to one of those categories, and then set the value as either 0 or 1 based on where they are, which category they fall into. And as you can see, this works correctly. I've printed the first 12 because this is the first instance of a non-North American value. So as we can see, it properly determines it as in Asia, and nowhere else is there a 1 for being there. In step 5, we will be splitting the values into test and train data based on the sklearn train test split as requested in step 5. Then moving on, this is where the size of the data frame became a problem. The logistic regression part of this assignment did not like 32,000 lines of information, so I've limited it to down to just 1,000. And that made it work just fine. So there's where we train our logistic regression and then make predictions off of it in step 7. I also printed it out here where we can see that it assumed that the first person did indeed make over $50,000. And here we can see right at the end the accuracy and the confusion matrix, which is what all of this was for. This number really doesn't change, likely due to the just sheer quantity of data that we have, and how unambiguous it is. It's very easy for the computer to guess if the person does make over $50,000. Um, and we can also see that in the confusion matrix, where we have just over 6,700 true negatives and just over 800 true positives. That is, I would say, fairly accurate, about 80%. And yeah, that'll be the end of my final project. So I really hope you enjoyed my presentation, because I really enjoyed working on it. Something that I might do on my own, just because this topic is very interesting to me, is I would just check out what some different combinations of columns will achieve. Perhaps just something based completely on merit, so something like the amount of time that you spent in education, and then capital gain, loss, and hours worked, and see how that works off of income. But for this specific assignment, that would probably set this video over 10 minutes, so I wouldn't want to do that to you. Anyway, I really enjoyed this course. I had a great time. One of the courses that I learned the most in. So thank you very much. I'm very, very interested in data science. I'm much more interested in back end than front end when it comes to computer science. So this is very well possibly something that I'll be going into as a career. So thank you very much. Have a great day.